What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manny, and welcome to this brand new old WoW classic Maul release of a tribute run, ladies and gentlemen. We may have actually done a server first here on the Dragon's Call server. Can't say for sure because it's hard to prove, but we were one of the first, and we were very prepared for all the tribute run stuff, okay? Now, in case you don't know what the tribute run is, it's basically you leave out all the bosses in between, so to kill the end boss with leaving them out by doing certain tricks, and then basically you get extra loot for every boss that you have left out. This was the east part, I think. So we're going to the north one right here. You can follow the steps that we're doing right here. That's why I'm showing this to you. And this is kind of a guide where I'm gonna lead you through all the steps necessary to complete the tribute run and get all the full loot for it, okay? And this is, by the way, my second character already in the WoW Classic. You see it right here. My first one was a 60 Druid, and this is now the Warlock level 60 that I'm trying to lead through better gear. And although we are a nice team of people right here, we are working well together, we're not super geared, okay? So we found out that the first groups already were quite mana intensive and not so easy, okay? So don't go in there with guns blazing. You know, try and be careful because they are actually quite dangerous if you don't have some crowd control. We did have a lot of crowd control, as you see here. Two sheeps, one with these succubus here. So that was not a problem this way, but if you have less crowd control, you're gonna have to play a little bit more careful than we do right here, okay? And so you enter the instance, you go to the left side. I have a lot of this is the full instance, but or the full dungeon rather in the video, but I'm speeding up everything in between, so you only get to see what's necessary to do. You enter the dungeon, you go to the left, and then up the ramp, further to the right, and then you're here, okay? You need to make certain groups. You can leave out a lot of other trash mobs and trash groups and just go for the ones that are really necessary. And this right there, Fingaz is his name. Basically, he's gonna walk away, and in the middle of this round thing, there is a chest, and there is a key inside. You need that key. It's not hard to get that key because he walks away from the chest all the time, but you're gonna have to clear some of the, you know, the trash before you can keep on going, okay? And there is a certain timing thing now where you have to get, you know, quickly into the next area after picking up the key. Showing you here how we clear the trash to the left, to the right, and you can line of sight them pretty well if you see that's right here. Every time I walk out, shoot, and before his spell comes out, I'm back in cover. And yeah, so here we go. Alright, and by the way, guys, I'm planning on doing more WoW content from now on because I'm loving this game so much. You know, there's a reason how I have 260 chars already on this, because I'm a freak and I love the game, and it's finally classic again. And I'm already in Molten Core with both chars, so I'm gonna show you probably some Molten Core footage. And I'm also gonna show you the Warlock, you know, epic mount, how to get that, which also happens in this dungeon, basically here, or in one of these 3 dungeons from Maul. And yeah, so there he comes. Oh man, and now we have to be quick. And you're adding the group to the right. If you don't find a way to make this group, you know, kill this group before, then you're gonna have to do the same thing that we do here. Stick to the wall, open the door, and kill these this one group that you added on your way down. It's important. The guy that I showed you, Fingaz, it's the first guard that you cannot kill. You need to leave him out. Or basically it's already the second, because there's one in the very large ground area when you enter the dungeon. There's one that you just don't kill. And this is the first one that you have to trick, okay? The green guy, with the green thing over his head, Fingaz. You just pick up the key and then you keep going, alright? And this is how we open this door with the key. We lost 2 people here in this chaotic attempt, and as I said, we're not perfect here, right? We're not showing you the perfect super quick speed run. We're showing you a full tribute run. So after you've entered the door and collected the key from the chest, which opened the door, obviously, be careful, there's these eyes. These eyes are right here, and if they spot you and you don't kill them immediately, they will call upon you the next trash mob group I think there is, right? I'm not sure exactly if they spawn a new group or if they just call the next one to you, but basically it's good to kill them super quick and not let this thing, similar to Gnome Regan or or other, you know, dungeons where there are similar warning bots or something that you need to kill super fast, right? And then there is a bombing here area where, you know, with insects, not a problem. It's just a couple of those. Just stay away from these exploding. No, that was actually the other thing. Okay, so now we're at a very special place right here. I'm showing you my skilled character, by the way. This is a PvP warlock. Okay, I'm not for dungeon and raids because I don't have the 100% additional crit damage in my skill. But I'm running PvP build with Soul Link, so and that's my focus. And it still offers a lot of damage with a very you know, even amount of damage output. Even when I crit, the damage just doesn't spike up like crazy and makes it hard for the tank. It's just an even high amount of damage, basically. So we're here at a very interesting spot where this is where you need to trick the second guard, alright? I don't know what her name is, but this guy you're seeing with the green thing over his head, he's gonna pass this ice trap in the middle, and you need to activate this trap in order to take him out of the picture, right? And how you do this, you need... Uh-oh, another eye. Hold on, let me clear out this eye here real quick. Boop. There it is. So, my buddy here, Captain Chaos, he's activating the trap. And for this, you need two things, okay? You need frost oil, I think it's called, and the... thorium device, or what's it called? Hold on, he's gonna post it for us in a second. I asked him to post it, what you need for it, and here it is. The thorium widget and the frost oil. These two things you need. A thorium widget can be made by an engineer, and the frost oil, I would assume from a alchemist, or you just purchase it in the auction house. But when you have it, you activate the trap, the guy comes in, walks over it, and he's out of the game, basically, alright? You're gonna interact with him later again. But yeah, so far, this is how you trick the second guard, or the third one, if you will, if you count in the one in the beginning. And here you get the quest for the Ogre Suit. The Ogre Suit is important to trick the fourth guy, I think it's the fourth one, later, alright? And you need to do the quest, or basically you need to get the Ogre Suit for it. And then there is this, the guy who picked up the key before will also be able to free him from his chains. You need to have a free quest, obviously, in the log, which is why I deleted them here. And we're continuing on. We did not accept the quest. All I did was I accepted the quest with the Ogre Suit, but I did not take the quest with the free him, okay? Because if you free him now, then you will not be able to get the Ogre Suit, which you need to do the full tribute run, alright? So, leave him there, go further, ignore the quest that he has with the free him stuff, and just finish up the next trash groups right here. Transform yourself into a Furborg, if you will, and just, you know, flatten all the dudes on your way up the ramp. With CC and cheap and all that goodness, that is not really a problem. One thing though, these what's it called? These demons right there. They are super fast killed. You should probably focus them out super quick because they die so fast and they are quite annoying. They have a lot of annoying stuff. Slow your group, you know, stun them and all kinds of things. So you can probably kill them quicker and then the rest. And these warlocks, by the way, do around 900 damage when they hit you or so with their shadow bolts, which isn't a problem for me as a Soul Link hexer because I'm having a lot of HP and 30% of all incoming damage goes on to my demons, so I'm super tanky. But what happens when, you know, a mage, for example, is being hit two times or so by some of that? I'm not sure if you'll see it here if I cut it out, but one of our mages dies right here in this situation where he gets hit two times or maybe 3 times by a shadow bolt from these warlocks on the other side, and yeah, that was a dead mage afterwards. Okay, so yeah, tank it with someone who has enough HP or just. Here, I think this is the moment River is taking the hit. And there's another one. Boom! And gone. So that was 2 shadow bolts and 1 hit from the demon or something. They do some damage, right? Just keep that in mind. They're not something to mess around with. And let them fire at you for a long time, not so good. In this corner over there is something you need also. But the recipes that you need to bring with you from outside the dungeon is 8 rugged leather, 4 bolt of rune cloth, and then 2 rune thread. This is what you need in order to craft the Ogre Suit, which you need in turn to make the full tribute run. And the next part is this thing right here in the corner, which will give you the last piece of a thing you need, the ogre something, I don't know, this vial right there with whatever's in there. And when you have these things, you can now go and craft the Ogre Suit. However, first there is a little boss coming in that spawns after you collect the Ogre Suit, the Ogre recipe thing. And he's not really tough, he just does a lot of damage and that is it. But if you see here, tank is almost taking no damage, so that's super easy right here. And so, this guy's done. Now, after you've eliminated this guy, collected the Ogre Vial? I'm German, I don't know how to pronounce Vial. I think Vial is the word. Then you can go back to this goblin and give him all the materials for the Ogre Suit, which you get right here. Very important. You also get 4 gold, by the way, so that's cool. And there it is, the Ogre Suit. Don't use it yet, okay? Don't use the Ogre Suit yet. Just keep it in your inventory. And now, if you're a leather worker with 300 or a tailorer with 300, you'll be able to learn the recipe to craft it, even, you know, in Orgrimmar or Ironforge. But you'll always need that Ogre Vial, which means you always have to come here to collect it, and then only you can craft this thing. So now we can finally give him this key to free the guy from his chains, and he's gonna run away and leave a chest. And this chest will have some, you know, some crafting recipes basically for you. And in this case, there is the moon cloth, the mooncloth stuff, something with mooncloth that was inside. There, the gloves, the mooncloth gloves were inside. That's right. Okay. This, I guess there could be a number of things inside. It's probably not just this one. This is the thing that we got. Now, after you've freed the dude, and after you've gotten the Ogre Suit, finally you can move back up to the ramp where you were before, all the way back up, and then even higher. This is where you find the next group of trash mobs you're gonna have to clear, and there is a door. And that door is gonna be a little bit annoying, because you need a certain key for that. And I don't think, if I understand that right, you don't have this key because you did not kill the guard. And so I think maybe you need either a rogue who can open the door, or the way we did it here with engineering skill, high engineering skill, to you know, blast open the door with this yeah, rogues can open it and engineers can open it when they have this item with them, right? All right. So, and this is now where the Ogre Suit will come in handy. You need the Ogre Suit to talk to the guard. You've seen it in the intro for a second, that we were an ogre and we've been talking to this guy over there. That's the dude. So first, clear out the trash mobs here. Okay, and here we go. So the whole group stands to the right here in the corner, while one of you who has the Ogre Suit, it's only going to be one of you who has it, because you only picked up one of these Ogre Vials. And then you walk over there, and don't forget to type /dance in the chat before you do this, because man, then the ogres dance awesome. Look at this, the ogre dance is just hilarious. All right, nice. Oh man, look at this, too good. Woo! Alright guys, by the way, if you like the content and you want to see more World of Warcraft here, classic WoW here on the channel, then subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and also ring that notification bell. As you see here, you now can talk to this guy. He's not a hostile, since I have this Ogre Suit, and now he's gonna walk down and do something. I don't know, we told him that, I don't know. So after this, there's a few more groups that you need to clear, and be careful, the captains, they can actually fear you, which you'll see right here. Sheeping one of them, they can be sheeped, so that's not a big problem here. Crowd control is always possible here in this dungeon, which is a very good thing. But you'll see here, he's gonna fear me with a fear. There it is. No, it was actually my succubus that was feared. Okay. And boom. I remembered this guy. He's the one who fears me. Here he comes. Whoop. And I'm feared, but the paladin was able to dispel that. Obviously, the dangerous part of the fear is that you may run into another group and then you just aggro them into your fight. And that usually is, or can end up in a quick wipe. Then there is a group of dogs that can be bombed rather well. Obviously, without a warlock or a mage, they need to be killed one after another. Or you have maybe some fury warriors inside that can also do some nice area damage. But with 2 mages and warlock, boom, easy bombing run. Then the last group to the right, you don't have to do the group to the left. You can just ignore the one to the left. They will not fight or join in the fight against the boss later. It's just those that you need to clear just to get through. Okay. There we go. And there is, by the way, I did the Curse of Doom, or whatever it's called in English. Fluch der Verdammnis in German. I would assume it's called Curse of Doom, or whatever. And it's a great curse. It's something you get with level 60 as a warlock, where after 1 minute, it doesn't deal any damage for 1 minute, and after a minute it does 3,200 damage. Without add damage and without any amplifications yet, and with them you do more, and for me that's like 3,800. You see the dot is on him, and it's not yet done anything, and that's why I'm holding back. I'm not firing, like I'm stopping my fire, because I want the curse to do the damage. And here it comes in 2, 1, and boom, 3,730. Awesome. In time that will be higher, getting higher and higher with my gear, getting better and better. For now, this is 3-7. So, and here it's important that you ignore the other guard or the other dude to the left. You just hit him once or twice with a tank so that he attacks the tank. And maybe you need to kick him once in a while. He may be trying to heal. I'm not sure if he does try to heal. But if not, it just bursts down the tank as the end boss here. King Gore Dog is the name. You need to just burst this guy down. He does some decent damage, and he has a decent amount of health too. But, you know, he didn't seem particularly difficult right here. And just burst him down, ignore the other dude, and that is it. After you killed King something, the other one will become friendly, and they will now call you King. Now you are king. The boss obviously drops stuff. We have an amazing crown of the Ogre King here that unfortunately I did not manage to win. And we have a nice one-handed sword with attack power and crit and hit chance. A two-handed sword. Is it a two-handed or one-handed? I think it was two-handed, yeah. And then you just talked to Miza, whatever his name is, and he's gonna give you the buff that you're now king. You're now king, and that means all the mobs in the instance, or all the enemies in the dungeon will now be friendly to you. And then there spawns the chest. You see it right here with a couple of things inside. The staff of Ogre Mage or Ogre staff or whatever. It's a really good staff. It's like the light version of the what's it called? Staff of Domination or something that you get in Molten Core. It has the same kind of stats, just a little bit less effective, less dominant. And then we had an insane ring with hit chance again and 15 agility, so a super amazing fury or rogue or maybe a druid a feral ring. And a couple of other things as well. And the loot that we're getting here, by the way, I didn't win the staff. Mary actually won the staff with a 76 against the 75 that I were, or something, and she gave it to me, or her gave it to me, and I'm so happy and so grateful. So again, thank you so much, man, for that staff. I had the old green crap staff, and he already had a pretty good one, and he actually gave it to me even though he won it, and it really means a lot to me, man. I won't forget that. Thank you, sir. And yeah, so after that you go down to the guy you had in the frost trap, you talk to him and he gives you a buff. Then you go and talk to this guy, maybe accept that quest, which gives you another really good set of items. I haven't clicked through all of the others, sorry, but there is some decent items in there that you can get from this quest. It's for a different part of the dungeon, I think, east, west, I don't know. And then afterwards, just talk to also to the guy with the blue stuff over him. Talk to them all. They will give you attack power 200, 3% mage crit, 15% agility from the other one that we're about to collect. I had a problem. I had a bug. I didn't get the buffs because I think the reason was that I had my succubus summoned. after I killed the succubus, I suddenly got the buffs. I don't know. This guy here to the left, he's gonna sell you some buff food, and you can also sell things to him here. And then the last one that we have not taken down, the guy who's standing down here in the middle, that is this dude, and he also gives you a buff with 15% more, you know, HP basically, right? Or vitality, it's called, I think, in English. And so and after that, you could, if you want to, go into the library where you can then check out if the Kelsara book is there, which is like an easy 500 gold for you if it's there, but it's like super rare. Sometimes it could be even more worth. And then this guy here is the one who teaches, who opens the quest for mages for the last water, for the level where you can create 10 waters of the new level 60 or 55 water. I'm not sure if, I think it may be 55. It's the latest water with 4,800 or something, or 4,500 mana in 30 seconds, something like this. It's a really good, the thing that every mage wants. And this guy has some rare recipe, in this case, the Mooncloth robe. Not as good as what I'm having, but it's a decent crafting recipe. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the full tribute run. As I said, it works so that it's built on the whole thing to not kill the guards, right? Leave them all away, and for every guard you didn't kill, you get extra loot in the end. It can be green, it can be blue, but it's usually some good stuff in there, and that's a very popular thing. But you need to prepare for this run by having something to open that one door at the very least, or you already get the key from the east or west part of the dungeon of Dire Maul. I'm not sure where you can get the key, and then you already have a lot of open doors for you, but that one door I think will always be locked. You need to get something to open that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was our maybe even realm first clear of the Dire Maul North with a tribute run, because it just entered the game on Tuesday and we were there immediately, boop, and we did it prepared and well, with one half wipe. But it wasn't a full wipe, so all good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit, for more. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys are awesome as always. Manny signing off. Bye bye.